Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content I'm going to show you right now is a shift that's happening. The left, the media, the gun controllers, the Democrats, they are trying to shift away from the fact that Trump was just under an attempted assassination again, the second time in 60 days. They're trying to shift it away into something that they're more comfortable on. The entire day I'm going to show you today, there's about 3 videos coming, and it's all about the narrative shift because they are terrified about something that they don't want to tell you. And when they act in unison like this across multiple different organizations, there's a reason. I'm going to walk you through everything right now, and it will all be linked in the description box per usual. And of course, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you want to see freedom spread from this generation to the next, and thank you in advance for that consideration. Now, as we get into this, I really want to make it clear where we sit right now if you are a two-way advocate or a gun owner or a concealed carrier in this nation. If you step up to stop a crime, if you step up to defend yourself, they're arresting people. If you are a victim of a red flag law, you're getting the penalties, you're assumed guilty, and then you have to prove your own innocence. There are so many ways to prevent this, guys, but a really great option to prevent you from going through the exact same thing is USCCA. There's a link in the description box below. They have coverage for red flag laws and defending you from an unjust attack in a weaponized red flag law system. They have defense options for if you were involved in a defensive shooting, like the one that we just saw in Pennsylvania when a guy was peacefully protesting and was assaulted. There's lots of things that you at least need to know about, so just click the link. It's completely free to check out. I want you guys to make sure you know how to defend yourself if the time comes, and it's a good option for you to expand your knowledge on that. Let me get right into this because this, guys, the videos that we're going to cover today are showing something much broader. So this is the first piece I wanted to dive into. The Secret Service didn't fail Trump on Sunday. America's gun culture did. See how that shift is starting to happen? Now it's gun culture's fault. It's your fault. It's not the criminal. It's not all the nefarious signs of what led to this. No, it's your fault because gun culture failed, not Secret Service. Let me get into this a little bit. Let me show you where they're going because it's a very well-known outcome. They always do. And again, this is not by accident. This is 100% by design. As you can see, this came out September 16th. On Sunday, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump had to be whisked away while members of his Secret Service detail fired upon an apparent would-be assassin who they had spotted pointing an assault-style rifle toward the golf course Trump was on. Towards the golf course Trump was on. I want to really highlight this for a second. An assault-style rifle, so there's the gun control buzzword, and it was pointing towards a golf course that Trump was on. It wasn't 300 yards away from Trump, and there wasn't a threat enough for a Secret Service agent to discharge his weapon at the threat. No, guys. They were just pointing an assault weapon at the golf course. It's not the criminal, and it wasn't that big of a deal, obviously. Do you see what they're doing? Again, this all stacks on the videos I'm going to do after this, but let's continue, because the verbiage they're doing, they're trying to set something else up to change the narrative, because a second an assassination attempt only helps Trump, and it takes the conversation away from Harris. They can't have that because it's 49 days until an election. Let me keep going. Let me show you what they're trying to shift it to. Yet, despite all their obvious mistakes that day, we've essentially dumped a now virtually impossible task on the lap of federal agents and told them to figure it out. That task to guard the lives of their protectees in outdoor settings, including 31 states that allow citizens to walk around displaying a gun in a nation with 20 million assault-style rifles, defies logic. Something must change. See where this is going? It's not about Trump being assaulted or the attempted assassination. Now it's about gun control and gun access. You see that? That's why they said 31 states that allow citizens to display a gun, walk around with a gun. This is all about the permitting to own. This is all about the concealed carry, the constitutional carry, the 20 million assault rifles that are in circulation. That's what they're trying to shift it to because they cannot talk about Trump being the victim of something because that would imply empathy. That would imply sympathy. You can't have that in an election cycle. Again, all of this is going to stack, but let me show you where this keeps going. They are attempting to hijack the narrative hardcore because this is MSNBC, all right? The truth is that the Secret Service didn't fail on Sunday. Agents spotted a rifle barrel pointing through the shrubs along the golf course fence line. While some agents safeguarded Trump, others fired shots at the suspect. Trump was not harmed, and the assailant was eventually apprehended by Martin County Sheriff's deputies. That's the problem with too many guns in the hands of too many potential bad actors. Everything can go well and still nearly kill a presidential nominee. That's why we need bipartisan action on guns now. You see how this shift is happening? This is not by accident. Again, wait till the second video today. Let's keep going, because now there's solutions that are built in. Now that we've pointed to the fact that there was an assault-style rifle multiple times with that buzzword, we've pointed to the fact that their gun was pointed at the golf course, not at Trump. It's the golf course. It's a big expanse of land, guys. Why are you so concerned? In fact, even left gun control acolytes on Twitter are saying it wasn't an assassination attempt, so we can stop talking about it because no shots were fired by the assailant. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, let's continue. Here's the first solution. Keep in mind where we've been and where we're going in this article alone. First, double the size of the budgets of the federal agency responsible for enforcing existing gun laws, the ATF. Oh, okay. Let's start recycling the ATF talking points. Here we go. The ATF is woefully understaffed. Check. And barely able to do what we're asking of it. Check. Including find stolen guns and arrest people who unlawfully manufacture weapons or parts like ghost guns and fully automatic weapons, trace weapons found at crime scenes, and halt the illegal flow of weapons in the United States. Check, check, check. They're supposed to do all of that across the country and the globe with less than 3,000 agents and a recent $50 million slash to their budget. Do you see where this is going? So it's no longer Trump was under assassination risk. Now the gun was pointing at the golf course. By the way, it was an assault-style weapon. And you know what's bad? The amount of assault-style weapons in circulation, 20 million of them. So it's not about Trump anymore. We successfully transitioned away from that. Now it's about the guns and how many are available. After that, now that we've identified the problem and the Secret Service can't solve the problem, we need a bipartisan gun control solution. So what's the first option? Of course, it's expand the ATF massively. Double their budget. Yeah, that's not like a well-placed little crumb, like a crumb trail, like Hansel and Gretel. Let's keep going. Hansel and Gretel of tyranny is what I say. Now, let me offer you the third solution. Third, we need to significantly reduce the number of assault-style rifles in this country. See how it was introduced and then it was followed up at the very end? Research shows that not only are these weapons preferred by mass shooters, but past federal bans on such weapons actually work to reduce mass shootings. And according to Everytown, a non-biased gun control group, of course, they're only the largest one in the nation who's leading gun control assaults through the legal system through multiple states, but they're not biased. A study found that the federal prohibition on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines was associated with a significant decrease in public mass shootings and related casualties, preventing at least 11 public mass shootings during the 10 years it was in effect. That is not true. It was completely negated by any type of statistical support. The research also estimated that they had reigned in effect from 2005 to 2019. It would have prevented 30 mass shootings that resulted in the death of 339 people and wounded all 1,100. Complete conjecture, not based in fact. It is all hypothetical. That is bull. But again, you see how this goes. Fund the ATF more. That's more control. Make sure you ban assault weapons. More control. All of this started with the Trump assassination, and this is how they're wrapping up this article. It starts here, it mitigates the risk to Trump, and then it becomes about the guns. Once you recognize the pattern, you can't unsee it. And the way they finally finish it out, again, all about gun control and politics. There's irony in the fact that Donald Trump in February promised at the NRA convention that if reelected, quote, no one will lay a finger on your firearms, and boasted that while president, he did nothing to curb guns. Now Trump has been the target of 2 attempted assassinations in close to 2 months, with both assailants carrying assault-style weapons. And that's the whole angle, because you can't talk about the fact that someone on the left, or oriented to the left, would go after a presidential nominee after 8 to 10 years of indoctrinated hatred spewing from anything from the Democratic Party all the way to the mainstream media for 10 freaking years. If you understand, like that, a 20-year-old, half of their life, they have been indoctrinated by the mainstream media to say that Trump is the devil. But yeah, no, the rhetoric doesn't matter. Just like the language in music and all the rhetoric in music and all the hatred in music, that doesn't translate either. It's all about governmental control. It's all about restricting your rights further. It's not about the causes. It's about the desired outcomes. They have shifted this conversation from an attempted assassination away from Trump and his sympathy to now into a gun control conversation, which favors more of the narrative for Kamala Harris. This is what is happening in real time. The next video I'm about to show you, or about to do, is all about 3 different sources in the mainstream media blaming Trump for his rhetoric and also his reaction after attempted assassination for the second time, and in unison. Make sure you guys have that subscribe on, that notification bell on. Make sure you like this video, and I will link everything in the description per usual, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.